What's up, sports bettors? So this is really cool. You can now sync your sports books on OddsJam. So the reason that's so valuable, you can see Prize Picks right here. I have WinBet Sportsbook. And the reason that's so valuable for syncing sports books is you can get an accurate representation of your profit and loss. So you can see for the two sports books I've decided to sync, WinBet and Prize Picks. Most of the profit's going to be from WinBet, a sports book, but we're up 64K. And again, the reason that's so cool is it'll just pull all your bets automatically, right? Here you can see Prize Picks, 4-leg parlay, 2-leg parlay, WinBet, whatever, and it says automatically synced. But anyways, I've given out a lot of player props today, and I'm going to be giving out some more. We have a lot of entries open. We have this 5-pick entry, $500 to win 10 grand, a lot of player props, and we're going to be playing some more. And our player props are going to be on Thrive Fantasy. So this is kind of like budget airlines. It's very similar to Prize Picks and Underdog, where it's just fixed price parlays. Any two picks you select, what you're going to see on Thrive Fantasy is you're betting $1 to win $360. $1 bet to win $260 in profit plus your $1 stake back. $1 to win $360. So the reason that's interesting is on Underdog, it's 1 to win 3, right? And also on Prize Picks, it's 1 to win 3. So for 2-pick entries, the odds are much better on Thrive because they're paying you out a lot higher. As opposed to betting $1 to win $2 in profit, you're now betting $1 to win $2.60 in profit. So Thrive Fantasy is definitely a sports book you should be on because it's all over the United States. It's all over Canada. It's available in a bunch of states. They're just a little less popular. Again, they don't have as sexy of a layout as Underdog Fantasy or Prize Picks, but again, they offer the highest payouts. So you should definitely be on this platform. So we've gone through this before, but when you're betting $1 to win $360, right? $1 to win $260 in profit, that's basically just a parlay where both legs are at minus 111 odds, right? That's the implied odds that you're getting. So when we're looking for value on Thrive Fantasy, we need to be getting value at minus 111. You should assume any 2-pick entry, any player prop you're playing on Thrive and a 2-pick entry, you should assume you're getting minus 111, right? And the reason is that's the implied price. You're betting 1 to win 360. That's minus 111 implied odds. Like if you go to FanDuel, for example, and you create a 2-leg parlay where both legs are minus 110, it's roughly plus 260 odds, right? $1 to win 260 in profit, 364 total, including your stake. Doesn't matter what 2 bets you select. Any parlay where both legs are minus 110 odds is going to come out to be, plus 264. So essentially, Thrive Fantasy, they give you every single parlay at plus 260 odds. So they're giving you the implied juice of minus 111. So the first play I went with is Jalen Smith over 7.5 rebounds. So why do we love this play? Because I love this play. Well, first of all, every sportsbook has the over heavily juiced. You could play this on Prize Picks, but why would you do that at minus 137 in a 2-pick entry or minus 119 in a 5-pick flex when you can get it minus 111 implied odds on Thrive? Pinnacle, the sharpest bookmaker in the world, they're pricing this at minus 141. We're getting 30 cents of improvement from the sharpest bookmaker in the world, right? DraftKings has this minus 135. Bet Online, a super sharp offshore sportsbook, has this minus 154. So the way you want to think about sports betting, and the reason sports betting is actually pretty easy to make money with, is you have all these data points, right? Every sportsbook is an independent data point telling you where they think the line should be set. They all want to be unique. They all set odds independently. So we know what DraftKings thinks this should be priced at, minus 135. Caesars also thinks it should be priced at minus 135. Now WinBet, only minus 125. Bet Online, a lot more bullish on the over, and they're a lot sharper than WinBet, DraftKings, and Caesars, so we want to put more weight into their odds. So we can see the sharpest 2 sports books, they have the over the most juiced, right? So we use all this data in the market to try to get a sense of what is the true odds, right? What are the odds with no vig? What is the market consensus? And you can see it's minus 120. The market consensus across the entire sports betting market, right? OddsJam has millions of odds updating in real time. So the average or the consensus line for Jalen Smith over 7.5 rebounds is minus 120.4. We're getting it minus 111. So that's a positive EV bet, right? It's kind of like if you had a bunch of stock exchanges and every, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you take an average of them, and the average price of a stock is $400, and you can buy it from somewhere else for $300. You do that. It's a no-brainer, right? So it's no different here. We have all these data points. You don't have to know anything about basketball or Jalen Smith. All these sports books telling us, this line should be heavily juiced towards the over, roughly minus 130 to minus 150. So maybe, somewhere kind of like minus 120 is the market consensus without vig. We're getting it minus 111. So it's just ridiculous value. Next play I have is Herbert under 40.5 rushing yards. So if we click into this, you can see right here, here's his rushing yards line, I believe. FanDuel has his main line at 37.5, so we're getting 3 yards of improvement. Bet Online, they have his rushing yards line at 35.5. We're getting under 40.5 at minus 111. Pinnacle, the sharpest bookmaker in the world, they have this minus 143. DraftKings minus 135. Caesars minus 142. Ridiculous value at minus 111. Absolutely a play you want to be on. So this is the second entry I locked in on Thrive. Jalen Smith over 7.5 rebounds. Herbert under 40.5 rushing yards. And then we have Underdog Fantasy. Again, we just have a ton of bets open. I'm riding with you guys on all these plays. So let's make some frickin' money tonight, tomorrow, NFL Sunday. Let's go.